Welcome to the channel. My name is Jay, aka Denamain, and I'm doing something a little different for this video. First of all, it's my first PC video or Steam gaming video. Secondly, it's the first time I'm going to talk over one of my gaming videos. And thirdly, I'm actually going to be doing a football video. I'm going to be playing Championship Manager 2007. Which is a little hypocritical of me because I haven't watched any football since the end of the Euros. However, I do still like to go back and play some of my old favourite football games. So I'm going to be doing Championship Manager 2007 as kind of a test run, and then I may do 08 and 2010 down the line as well. The reason I'm picking Championship Manager is because that was my favourite my favourite managing simulator growing up. And it's the one I've got the most experience playing. But as you can see, I have got other games. I've got some other football managing games. I've got some RPGs. I've obviously got Counter-Strike, where I've done a video before playing some guitar over it. If you'd like to see me play any of these games or do any kind of challenge on these games, then let me know and I'll see what I can do. So I'm going to go into the game. Just while it's loading up, in terms of music, I am working on a new piece of music, but I'm trying to take my time with it. I hope to have it soon. I also want to do some motorsport or Formula 1 content, and possibly some wrestling content down the line. I tend to only watch Formula 1 and combat sports these days, but like I say, I spent hours playing Championship Manager as a kid, as a teenager, and so that's what I'm playing this one. Now, while it's loading, just to let you know, I'm going to record this in 3 parts and then put it together. So I'll be recording this over a period of time. So if I forget something in some of the future clips, then my apologies. And the reason I'm going to do that is because, as you can see down here, I'm already in September. Now, I've done that deliberately because what I wanted to do was just get through the pre-season, get through the first transfer window, and then we'll play a game in a sec. I'm also in charge of England as well, so we'll have some England games. But basically, I'm going to do like a start, middle and end for the season. I'm playing as Millwall. Millwall's the team I grew up with, the team that I followed when I watched football properly. Also, around this time was when I was kind of really into it. This was sort of my most knowledgeable sort of period, I guess, in a sense. In terms of the team, just quickly, we've got some players out on loan. Adam Cottrell, I actually promoted from the reserves. And the reason I've done that is because, as you can see, Tony Craig, Richard Shaw and Dunn are all injured. Technically I was using Dunn as my right midfield, but he got injured in pre-season. He's out for 2 months. I think he's got a couple of weeks left. Richard Shaw just got injured in the last match. He's out for a month, and Tony Craig's out for about a week. So I felt I needed to have some more options in defence. So I haven't cancelled the loan of Bakayoko or Cottrell yet, but I'm going to see how things go, and I may recall one of these players. And I've got quite a few players like in match practice. Phillips can play central defence, but I'm currently playing him as my right back. Originally that was Ross, but Ross got suspended after the first game. And so I went with Phillips because I wanted to keep Danny Sender on the bench as cover for both my right back and my right midfield. I hope that makes sense. And Whitbread's come in for the injured Shaw. And Ross is now playing left back for the injured Craig. So if I go to my tactics, this is how it looks. And I like to try and play players in their actual positions, as in whatever their suited position is, that's where I'll play them. So for example, that's why I've got Tom Brighton actually playing inside the midfield as an attacking midfielder, because he can actually play there. The only player who is theoretically out of position, is Darren Byfield, because he's a forward, but I only have one striker, which is Neil Harris. But I'm not worrying about that right now because I've got 4 forwards as cover. If anything happens to Byfield, then I'll probably look into getting another striker. So, like I said, I've done pre-season. Pre-season went pretty well. We only had 1 defeat by the looks of it, Hereford. And in terms of the season, we started off really well. We're actually top of the league. We did get knocked out by Barnet in the League Cup. That was in extra time. But otherwise, we got a massive 5-1 win over Leyton Orient here. We drew with Swansea, beat Scunthorpe, beat Bournemouth, and we beat Bradford in our last match. And we're playing Yeovil next, so that's the match we're going to play in a sec. In terms of finances, we've now got some money, which I actually didn't realise because we started off with no money. So that's good, so we'll keep an eye on that. And I've got my scouts looking for a central midfielder and a central defender. So again, wanted some. I feel like I need some cover in defence. Central midfield, because the only central midfielder we have is Jody Morris, and he's been tired a few times. Talking of Jody Morris, he's also our free kick taker, and he's scored 4 out of 4 on the last 3 kicks, 2 of them against Leyton Orient. So he's playing really, really well. Neil Harris got a player of the month, and I got manager of the month. So yeah, we're doing very, very well. And in terms of England, we've only played a friendly, which was against Denmark, and we lost 3-0. We played absolutely poorly, but we'll get to that later down the line when I will show you probably this game, the first qualifying match against Macedonia. Okay, so let's see. So Brighton may launch a bid for Mark Phillips. Youth match and reserves match. So I said, playing as Millwall in England. They're the teams I grew up with. Obviously followed them. And if all goes well, what we'll do is we'll either continue into the second season if we qualify for the Euros, or we may move on to CM08, but we'll see how we get on. Scout's not found anyone yet. Okay, Scout's not found anyone yet. Okay, so here we go. We're playing Yeovil, and Yeovil are actually second, which is surprising. So what I've got to do here, like I said, Tony Craig is injured, and we don't actually have any cover theoretically for defence. We have 2 defensive midfielders, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Brammer on the bench, but I think Tony Craig's only have 10 days, but I think if anything happens we will have to call either Bakayoko or Cottrell back from loan. Not brought anyone, not sold anyone. The Bakayoko, Cottrell and Morris were already loaned out. So, like I say, the only thing I've done is promote Cottrell to the senior squad. So, that's how the team looks. So we've got Pidgley, and we've got Ross, Whitbread, Robinson, Phillips, Ardley, Brighton, Morris, Elliott, Byfield, Harris. Elliott's playing on the right side of midfield for the injured Alan Dunn, so that's where Elliott comes into it. And like I say, Phillips came in originally because Ross got suspended, and now Ross is in for Craig, who's injured. So here we go. Now this is a game we should win really, so I'm gonna go with it. I'm going to go with this one. We're well matched, but let's try and snatch this. And away we go. Robinson here, trying to find Ardley. Neil Ardley's a useful player because he can play right, left or centre. Takes a shot there. It's a good save by Millwall. And Yeovil clear it. Ross getting past Cohen. Finds Brighton, who finds Byfield. And Byfield has scored a few goals during pre-season. Our top goal scorer is Neil Harris. Ian Cox, formerly of Gillingham. So I've got Ross here. And here's Super Neil, saved by Millwall. So we're putting on the pressure, so it's not a bad start. Nathan Jones clearing it away. Oh, he's got past Elliott. Paul Sweeney, former Millwall, I think he's former Millwall player. And Leon Best getting the goal there. It's 1-0 Yeovil, that's not good. This is definitely a game we should be winning. Neil Hardley, and they cleared it off the line. Hardley, yes, get in. Neil Hardley, 1-1. So Kalala with the free kick. Oh, and it slips through, and Pidgey saves it. Alright, so... Oh, it was Peter Sweeney, sorry, not Paul Sweeney, so that's a different player that I thought it was. Okay, so it's 1-1. Neil Hardley's doing a fantastic job for you. Yeah, I agree with that. Darren Byford has run out of steam. Okay, so like I say, technically we've only got one striker, but we've got Byford on the field, and Huberts will have to come on and play his first game. And pretty much talk a boost to to Ross. I'm gonna go with the game's there for the taking, and you've got the ability to do it. So we've had more attempts on target, less possession though. Saved by Pidgley. That was a good ball. Ball to Welsh. Oof, I thought they'd gone in there. This is the first time we've actually been dominated this season. A little bit. We've usually been the more dominant side. Morris. Paul Huberts. Saved by Millwall. Four minutes to go, and a throw to Yeovil right in our area, which isn't good for us. Good save Pidgley. Full time 1-1. Well, considering Yeovil are second, that's actually not too bad. I still think it's a game we should have won. Hardly got a 9 there. Don't pay too much attention to the ratings. I used to, but they don't really do much, to be honest. Millwall a little disappointed by the performance during the 1-1 draw. Yeah, I can understand that. And there's the scores. So, alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I will carry on playing. I'll get up to the first Euro qualifier with England, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, speak to you soon.